No, please,
Yeah,
please, please,
believe, yeah,
please.
because we always support our local artists, always. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's hard in Miami, man. You know y'all not made for that.
Yeah. hey, ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
Y'all not built for that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We sure enough, right? That's why I stopped rapping.
Yo,
yeah, he used to be a rapper. Hakeem used to be a rapper.
Still, don't let nobody push you out of what you want to do, man. If that's what you want to do, you do what you want to do. Don't worry about them people.
Hey, you weren't even there. I've even left Miami to go to New York to try to get a deal and all that, and you know, it's just a lot of politics with it.
Oh, okay. Well, don't get fooled by that either. Where you think Miami learned to hating from?
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah, listen.
Very interesting perspective.
For real,
oh, man. Listen, hate is a fuel, man. That's an energy. You got to use that. You use that to make your thing go. It's a push.
No, 100%.
Want to do? Yeah, it either make you or break you. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need any in between people anyway. All the in between people shouldn't be doing it.
No, 100%. 100%.
That's it. That's the problem now. We got too many in between people.
But you know, but don't you think the industry's a lot more better since, you know, I mean, the internet here and you could a lot of artists has the how can I say, the control in their hand now?
Oh, it's always important. It's a beautiful thing. To go forward, you got to break a system down. The system has to break down because the system controls everything that's in it. It puts you in a box.
100%. And yeah. I have a question about that too later on that I wanted to ask you too, because I was always I know because I was always amazed how one record label dominated Miami for like the last like before the 2000. Little Joe was distributing everything down here. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you this: the same way two parties dominate a country.
Yeah,
man. Same damn way, man. It's an elephant and a donkey. Believe it.
Okay.
Trust and believe. It's called a Hegelian dialectic. You need to look that up. Google that. Seriously.
Now, for a lot of my viewers who don't know you, but since we're based in Miami, Chaos Culture Radio, that's what it's called, and we wanted to do a series. Yeah.
Yeah.
You already know, the Liberty City in the bit. I'm from me and him are from Attapata, so
yeah, we're born and raised in Attapata.
Right down the street from Jam.
You know me, I'm a Baptist chatter from Bed-Stuy to Allapata.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, baby. So the thing is, we want
now. Listen, now it's Wynwood, right?
Oh yeah, it's Wynwood now. Yeah,
that's Wynwood. Yeah.
Welcome to Wynwood, the design district.
Yeah. Have you been here recently?
Nah. Listen, I came for a graduation in 2012. It got arrested in Miami Gardens on the way back to the airport. Man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. On I was like on 187th and I forget what the avenue was. It's 27th Avenue. Yeah, man.
That one thing in 27th Avenue, because people know him for getting arrested. Because
that's
Haitian cop pulled me over. Yo, seriously, he told me I made a illegal right turn. I was like, nah, man, it's a stop sign. I made the stop. I pulled up a little bit further so you could see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He pulled me over. He was like, yo, you got pills you distributed. I said, nah, man, this is moringa. Man, this is important. This is really the highest level of iron and vitamin D and everything you can get on the planet. You should take some of these, brother. He was like, brother. He tased me. He put me in the back of his squad car, took me downtown, locked me up for 3 days, though.
Wow.
For nothing.
That's crazy.
For nothing. I said, these fucking pieces of shit in Miami Gardens, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, yo, I ain't ever coming back to this one. That was the last time I was there.
Oh, wow.
Last time I was there. Matter of fact, I was there to do we did a Pac Jam reunion. Yeah, down south.
Down south, because I know there was a documentary they did, Music Regulators.
They never gonna put me on nobody's documentary. I tell the truth. That's a problem.
You see, that's what I want to talk about.
That's a problem, dude. See, you know what's different? No matter of fact, I don't tell the truth. I tell facts. Listen, truth and facts are two different things.
Yeah.
The truth can be whatever the powers that be. Whoever got the biggest gun in the room has the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that does not affect what the fact is.
Yeah.
A fact is whatever it is. It's usually not pretty. It ain't sexy. It ain't none of that stuff. It's just the fact.
100%.
And that's what it is. Yeah, so, Miami's not interested in that. They ain't interested in no facts, man. It's crazy.
So before you get into, but I want you to get into your.
I'm sorry. Can't help it.
No. I want to first. I want you to get into your beginning, like where you originally from.
I was born in the Bronx, and then moved to Brooklyn at 4 days old. And then we moved to Long Island when I was 11, Uniondale.
Oh wow,
Long Island. So and then right up the block is Charlie Brown. Right up on the next block over, Buster had just moved from Brooklyn too.
Oh wow.
Out there. And then down the block is Dinko D. They're down the block. They leaders of the new school. And then 5 blocks over in the next town, that's Griff and the rest of them. That's Public Enemy, Chuck and Griff and Flav and everybody else.
I was going to ask you that. I see you have pictures with Griff. Are you close with him?
Listen, for a long time, we were the best of friends. We were as close of friends as you possibly can be, man.
Wow.
You know? I'm a Public Enemy representative. And we've done a lot of things together. We've toured the world. I did way more with them than I did with anybody else.
Because I also see. Go ahead. Because I was going to say, I also see he Little Joe distribute like his first 3 albums.
No, you see, you say distribute like it's a nice thing. See, I look at distribute like white supremacist America looks at a drug dealer's distributing, man. So if there were any similarities, Joe Weinberger would be El Chapo, man.
Wow.
And whatnot. Nah, this is all he's doing is selling the shit that he stole.
Wow.
He's distributing what he's stolen.
You said a mouthful there.
What he has stolen. And he has only stolen. That's all he has ever done. No, and I say this just as a statement of fact.
Yes.
It's not in disrespect. It's not in anger. There's no venom or vitriol in my voice, even though it's coming out. It's just the New York in me. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? We're in the middle of a pandemic. I should be too happy now, right? But it's a fact, man. It is what it is. They rob and they steal, and they call it appropriating our culture. And then they move forward, and then they're able to sell it and distribute it throughout the world and make money. You know what I'm saying? Without any actual claim or ownership to it besides a legal one. One that they have got through paperwork and moving around of a law or two or a line or two on a contract that you might not happen to have seen. That's all this is, and that's all it's about, and it's all it's ever going to be about. Trust and believe. So go ahead and tell me about Joe Weinberger's distribution.
Oh, wow.
because the reason why he mentioned that, because we noticed that especially when it comes to artists, they always want to get into the lifestyle of being a rapper. So for you, society, what's the best way for an artist to understand a contract? Since you mentioned that is all about the paper. So how can an artist figure out how is they scamming me or I'm making the best deal for myself?
Yo, an artist right now has the best time to do all of this because we live in an age of information right now, unprecedented access to information. You can literally learn and know anything on the planet right now. There was a time where it wasn't like this.
Yeah.
You could literally Google every single line on your contract and get the legalese definition of each line or each you know, it's broken down into section 1, A, B, C, D, section 2, A, B, C, D, E. You know what I'm saying? In anything you do not understand or don't know, you put it in there and it'll give you the definition of it and you will know exactly what it is. Listen, we learned the hard way about cross-collateralization, ancillary rights and all of those things like that, man. You know? Royalties, mechanical royalties, chargebacks, and all of that game, man. That's all game. It's game. It's game. And what, like you said earlier, the beautiful thing about this time is that it's the deconstruction of the system. You deconstruct the system and you give the power back to the people, but only the people who want it, and only the people who are willing to fight for it and demand it and say, yo, I will roll up my sleeves and decide that I'm gonna put in that work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put in that work. I'm gonna benefit off my talent, my art, my likeness, my image. So you get people like the original OGs of it, like Soulja Boy and them people like that, who was them little shorties game. He might be a little off in the head, but he showed people how to do this game. He showed them how to do it. He showed them how to do this.
Definitely. So let me ask you, because when did you first get into music?
After I was an athlete and a graphic and a painter. I was an artist.
Oh wow!
Man, I was on the music as a listener, as a fan. I got injured. I got hurt playing ball, came home. Was like, yo, what the hell am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had them ideas that you're gonna play on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And that's and then when people ask you about that plan B, you say, yo, see plan A. Plan A is I'm gonna play on Sunday, but then you get that reality, like, yo, what's going on? So I met actually it was some older dudes from the high school that I went to. It was dude named Life and another dude named B Wise. They were part of Professor Griff's group called the Last Asiatic Disciples.
Yeah.
LAD. So, you know, they came to see me. They was like, yo, listen, man, we working on these conscious things. I know you about that conscious shit, man. Help us write some of these rhymes, man. I was like, yo, I can just tell you some information. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we did. So then it became time. It was time for the Def Jam tour. I don't know whether one of the dudes got sick or nah. They fell out with Griff. They had a fallout. And Griff was like, yo, we getting ready to go on tour. I need one more person. I was like, yeah, I don't got shit else to do. you know how they say it in Miami, yo, what you doing, sir?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. What it do, sir? Shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. And I'm like, yo, I'm down. So he said, listen, we leave. This was like a Saturday. He said, we leaving next Thursday. I was like, all right. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna bounce. I'm going on tour. That was the beginning of my hip hop career. From that point on, they pulled up in front of my house on Northern Parkway in Uniondale, right at the corner of Davis Avenue, man. He pulled up. He was like, yo, you rolling? I was like, yeah, I'm rolling. I was like, yo, mom's out. That was it. I got on the tour bus, man. We was headed to Atlanta. First stop, Atlanta Civic Center. Mind you, I had never been on a microphone. I had never been on a stage. The only thing I had done was probably, you know, I knew all of anything KRS-One had did, man. The first album was out, Criminal Minded. I was like, that was the greatest shit I ever heard in my life. And that was crazy. That affected the way that I rhymed. It affected the way I did everything, man. The way I looked at music. I ain't really have any other any stuff before that. You know what I'm saying? Because I had never thought about being an artist or even being in the music business. So I learned the lyrics to the other dude's part on the way from New York to Atlanta. And the next day, you know, the next afternoon at 8 o'clock, we going on stage, man. You know, we go into the dressing room, and then the next we're passing. This is MC Light's dressing room, and then EPMD was on that side. I remember going past Big Daddy Kane's dressing room. I'm like, oh, wow, this is real. And then listen. This is the wild shit. Griff handed me some shades. He was like, "Yo, put these on. It'll make it go easier."
Yeah. Took you to that zone. It took you to that zone to another realm. You know what I mean?
No. What's wild is that when the people can't see you, but you can see them, it makes it no. Yo, it just makes the anonymity a whole lot easier, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can live in that. It's almost like you can sit back in it. You still scared and nervous, but you can use that as a tool. Keep in mind, man, I return kickoffs and punts, man. So I'm used to being one person on an island, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yo, if you screw up at that point in time, everybody sees it. You can't hide behind other people. So that was the same situation. And it's like, yo, I just went from there, and that was it, man. That was it. I was officially in the rap game.
Wow. So what led you to come to Miami and meet so what was your transition coming to Miami and meeting Luke and that whole trip?
Listen, Griff did an interview with a dude called David Mills in Washington, D.C., and subsequently he got kicked out of Public Enemy.
Wow. Oh, yeah. But we're not going to mention those people's name, but
right.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then Luther Campbell told him, he's like, listen, you come to Miami, you can record on my label, you can say anything you want to say, however you want to say it, just come down here. He was like, yo, I'm on. So he was like, yo, we going to Miami. You rolling? I was like, yep, I'm rolling.
Wow.
So that was it, man. We lived at the Holiday. It was the Howard Johnson on 125th Street and Biscayne Boulevard.
Yeah, I know exactly where
right
that's
over
at.
there, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lived there for like damn near a year, man. We commute from there to Luke Studios, Luke Records, Luke Skywalker Studios on 71st, 71st and 2nd Avenue. That was it, man. That's how it happened.
So society, what is the biggest mistake?
Besides the Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
I didn't even know about Miami. Nah.
You didn't even know.
I ain't like that. It's crazy.
You're what? So you just a New York Giants fan or New York Buffalo?
Nah, I'm a Jets, man. Jets.
Jets. Oh, I'm a Jets fan. People gonna hate me when I say this, but I'm.
Yo, stop playing.
He's a Jets fan.
Yeah, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me when I say this.
Boy, you gonna get a lot of haters. They're gonna get Jets fan. You know what I'm saying?
No. But listen. When I was in Miami, I was a Miami Dolphins fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Listen,
you got a lot of kudos for that. Because a lot of Miami.
No. Miami, what? A lot of Miami, like what?
Like Miami, because a lot of fans, they like Miami Dolphins. So
yeah, they're die hard.
They die hard fans. So if you tell me like the Jets or the 49 or the Cowboys, they gonna get in with you. You know what I mean? That's just how Miami is, you know?
No. But listen, man, when I moved to Miami, I moved there I actually moved in I think it was 97. Yeah, I bought a house in 97 on Road. Yeah, in 97. Yo, I was an official Miami everything, man. I was a Dolphins fan. I was at the inaugural Marlins game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was a season ticket Heat holder. You know what I'm saying? Season ticket holder Heat. Old school. I'll be all day. I wasn't playing. I was officially in. So they can't hate me for that.
Now,
but I was a Jet since I was a small child. I got baby pictures in a Jet jacket, man, with my Jet football. Man. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. Can't play, man. Can't play. That's the first game my pops took me to a Jets game at Shea Stadium, man. I was hooked ever since, man. I was like, yo, this is what it is.
No, definitely.
That was
Ronnie,
it. But
you was gonna ask
I
something?
loved Miami sports, man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Society, what's the biggest mistake you made as an artist, so people can learn from your experience?
Shoot, man, it's too numerous to mention, man.
Oh, you don't have to give me. You don't have to go like. You can only give us like a broad one. You don't have to go give us too
I'm
much.
gonna give you a broad one. I'm gonna give you a real broad one.
Okay.
Never, ever, 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 ever leave the studio unless you're happy with what you just recorded. Do not let it go, because it lives forever and you can never get it back. I don't care if you gotta pay 5 times over for those studio sessions, for that time. Use that time to make sure you get it right, because you cannot get it back. It lives forever. Yo, I've made a whole bunch of whammo frisbees, and there are a lot of verses I would like to have back because you let other people decide what it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And what it was, and how it was gonna go out. And it went out like that. Always control your sonic version of yourself. Just like your signature is the 2-dimensional version of yourself.
Yeah.
Your voice on tape or on recording. See, I'm old school, you know what I'm saying, on tape. But your voice on recording is the sonic version of you. And you cannot get it back once it's gone. You can't undo it. You can't unring the bell. So make sure you control how that goes out, and it is exactly the way that you want it before you let it go, period. And then wait, let me give you number 2. Make sure your manager does not work for the record label that you signed to. And then number 3, never sign to a record label. Ever.
Man, you giving out some jewels right now.
Yeah, you dropping some gems right now.
Dude, boy, you giving out some gems. If people don't pay attention to what you're saying,
go find the pimp.
Wow, you giving out some gems. Even for me, like, you got me speechless, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, if you hear anybody talking about they looking for a record deal, turn the opposite way. Like nah, man, we can't work together, man. Nah, you want a record deal? You supposed to say, for real, nigga? For real? A record deal? In 2020? You gotta be kidding, man. You're a slave. That's a slave in a core. You're a slave to your bones, man. And I doubt anybody like that never get free until they get free. Only rock with free people. Don't rock with slaves, man. Don't deal with slaves.
I get it. But let me ask you a question. So now I want you to get into the part where what led you getting signed to Luke, because this is the important, because this is what people are dying to hear. What led you sign to Luke and putting out Yes Indeed? Like I want you to get into
that part. We were at Studio 183, man. You know where that is, right?
Oh yes. Yes.
Yo, it was popping at that time. Listen, this was Tribe Called Quest was had a show there, and we went there. It was me. I was there. Let me see. Luke was there. Betty Wright was there. You know what I'm saying?
God bless the dead.
But God bless the dead, because he's gone home.
Yeah.
Great woman. Great woman. Spectacular. Just human being all around.
Have you met her husband before, Sporty?
Briefly. See, I met Sporty when they weren't on good terms.
Okay.
So it's almost like, you know how when you meet somebody, it depends on what terms the person who introduced you to them was on it with, because you got to automatically take sides with the people who brought you.
Yep.
So it's like, yo, I'm on Betty's side, but Sporty, you're a good dude, but we can't be that cool, man. Sorry. So I don't really know him well, but of course I know of him. Yes. A legend. Yeah. And listen, let me tell you one thing about being a legend. It doesn't require you to be liked. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You don't gotta like somebody for them to be a legend. Legendary is about your act and what you do. It's not whether people like you or not. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people I don't like who are legends, though. don't require me to like them.
Facts.
So, you know, because don't forget, we in a like button culture right now. That's what it's about. Oh, like it. Oh, heart it. You know, nah, man. Nah. It don't require that. That's that. But anyway, let me long story short, and as Griff would say, a short story shorter. Luke came in, I think a couple days before, he had told Griff, like, yo, man, the last album y'all put out, it went like double wood, man. So, you know, double wood means only your family members, just your close family members bought it. That's it.
Yeah.
And if you're on a record label, that's a problem, man. That's a serious problem. So he told him, listen, that's it. You're not gonna be doing no more recording. We ain't putting out no more Professor Griff and the Last Asiatic Disciple albums.
Wow.
So Griff came back to the thing, told us all, you know, he was like, yo, that's it. You know, it's over. It was a good ride, but it's over. So, you know, of course, I was in Miami. I had to go represent the Tribe Called Quest album. You know, I had to go see Tip and them.
Yep.
So I went to the show, and Luke said, he was like, yo, you know what? You know what I want you to do? Do me a favor. He said, do me a favor. I want you to take 7 days, go to the studio, and make some stuff, man, and just see what happens. And I was like, well, I'm not a rapper, dude. I'm really a producer and the side guy, and I just help facilitate the things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. I'm not an artist, man. That's not what I do. Griff is the artist. The other dudes are the artists. He was like, nah, I think if you tried, you could do something. And I was like, well, all right. I said, I don't know. And then Betty was standing right there. Betty was like, boy, you better go in the studio. And I was like,
that sound like her. That sound like her. Like she that sounds just like Betty.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, Miss Wright. Yeah. So I went, man. So that was it. And what was funny is that the next day I was driving down 199. Matter of fact, a week before I had just met Sonny and them. He had a studio on 199, and Sonny is the one that's who put out the home team stuff and everything, Pick It Up and all that stuff.
Yeah, he produced that.
Yeah. He produced it and put it out. He was the label. He was everything. He made the label, and he had to be on 199.
What is that? You say Son? Is that DJ Spice you talking about? Is that what he called himself?
No. This is Sonny. And I think it was, I don't know whether it was Sonny Boy Records or what it was, but I know his name was Sonny, man. And again, legend, Miami dude, real straight 100, man, 100 great people.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Love them. But anyway, DJ Slice was an engineer at his studio. Mm-hmm. They had a falling out. He put Slice out, man. He put him on the curb with all of his stuff. So mind you, I'm driving down 199, right? Across 199 back to my side. I'm coming from the west side.
Yeah.
And I'm driving back across. And you know how when it starts to rain in Miami, you get the dark clouds.
Yep, you know it.
Like and it looked like that shit was following me. It was coming from the west, going toward the east, man. And I was like, yo, I got to get home, man. This is crazy. And I see this dude sitting out there with some turntables, a drum machine, all of his stuff just sitting on the curb, man, on 199th, man. Just before you get to like around 199th and University, right over here. Mm-hmm. Just sitting on the curb, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I made a U-bone. I was like, yo, dude, you good? Man, you all right? He was like, nah, man, I don't got no. I'm like, yo, get in, man. Get in. Come to my house, man. You good. It's getting ready to pour. You're going to lose all your stuff. So I brought him he came to the rest, and he stayed. I was like, yo, you produce? He was like, yeah, you produce. I said, you know what? I'm getting ready to go into the studio to do some stuff. Yo, play me some shit, man. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we can do. He was like, really? I was like, really, man, come on. Let's go. So we started working on some stuff that night. We went in the studio the next day. We finished that Yesterday EP in 7 days.
Wow.
I handed it to Luke on Monday. Yeah, I handed it to him on Monday. And he was like, yo, so we'll give it a listen and we'll see what happens. He called me back on Tuesday and he was like, yo, let's put it out. And I was like, word? I said, but I'm not an artist. I'm not even on the label anymore, man. He was like, yo, come over. I got a contract for you. Just see Joe. Joe's on the second floor. See Joe. Weinberger, that is. See Joe. And Joe has a contract for you. Read it over. And I was like, well, I don't have a manager no more. I don't even have a lawyer anymore. At that time, my lawyer was David Berkison. David Berkison was he was Dwayne Johnson's lawyer at the time. Don't you notice I ain't say The Rock because he wasn't The Rock yet.
Right,
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
You
He was just Dwayne Johnson.
That played for Miami Heat. No.
Right.
No, The Rock.
University of Miami.
University of Miami.
Yes.
University of Miami.
Yes.
He had just started wrestling, so he was just started wrestling. So he had just gotten him a deal. So his office was in Kendall at the Daytran, in those Daytran buildings.
Yep.
Daytran Plaza, right there by I think it's, I forgot what it is. Kendall. You know what I mean? On the way, whatever.
Yeah.
he was my lawyer. So I was like, yo, man, can you read over this contract? He was like, yeah, sure. So he read over the contract. I was like, yeah, cool. All right, I signed it. So I signed it, man, and that was it. I started recording. So he decided to put the stuff out. So that was it. It was on from that moment and popping. And then we shot a video like the next week, and the next 2 weeks, and then the day after that next morning I left to go on tour.
Wow.
I came back.
So it was that fast.
I came back to Miami literally almost a year to the day. Back to Miami from tour. We arrived back at Luke Records. And it was a pack jam night because I remember it was a Saturday. We unloaded all our stuff out of the van. And, I'm headed into the warehouse and all I hear they started playing the, I heard it.
Yeah.
Yo, and all you heard was the whole pack jam was like, ah! And I was like, yo, this was crazy.
Did you know that song would be that big and how much it would affect people down here?
I had no idea. I had no idea about nothing. All I was doing was just whatever came naturally to heart, and I was just putting in the work. That was it, man. I had no expectations for it. I was just making art. So listen, this is important. You make art for people who feel like you feel and think like you think.
100%.
Those are the only people you should make your art for. Anybody else, I respectfully fuck you. Respectfully. Because it's not for anybody else. Make your art for certain people. Only for those who think and feel and see art the way you do. That's it. Never, ever, ever try to make it for everybody. If you're making it for everybody, then you're making it for nobody.
Facts.
Trust and believe. Seriously.
No, you're right.
And that's really important to understand as an artist or as a creative. I'm not talking about just a musical artist, man. Anybody, any art you do, anything that you create, whether it's a company, whether it's a clothing line, whether you selling food, you know what I'm saying? Like one of my earliest, but Chef Creole. Chef Creole was making food for people who like the food the way he made food.
Yep.
On 2nd Avenue, 2 blocks from Luke Records.
Yep.
So
he's blowing up now.
Every day. Oh yeah. I seen him.
Yeah, he's all over.
Years. But I'm saying, again, legend. Understand that. But it's because he made his, whatever he was doing, he did it like art.
Yeah.
And he made his art for those who saw art the way that he does. Very important, man. Very important. If I ain't ever tell you nothing, I told you that, man.
No, you're right. Now,
it's no art for people who see art the way you do.
No, facts. But the crucial question is this, and I'm going to ask you this. Why was there no follow-up album?
Oh.
Because I'm telling you, like, I'm older, and let me tell you something. My uncle and my brother are around your age, and they used to play this joint for me when I was growing up. Now, mind you, me and you spoke about this, and you might not like this statement, but you are arguably the first hip-hop artist down here that we know of. You say JT Money.
That you know of. I'm glad you put that. I'm glad you put
that you know, because you got to remember, a lot of us grew up off of Southern music, because down here is strictly bass. So when Yes Indeed came out in the 90s, you know what I mean? And my brothers are hip hop heads, and I was like, yo, it is. And mind you, they said you was from Miami. We didn't even know you was from New York.
Listen. There are a whole lot of people that swear up and down that I went to high school with them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, dude, I ain't go to high school with you, man. Trust me, I didn't. Trust me.
Because you got that universal style, so that they thinking because of your universal style, they think they went to school with you. Because like right now, just your presence, it's like you have that universal style.
Yo, I listen. I appreciate that. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Whatever that is. But still, I don't want you to discount people like what DJ EFN was doing, what Garcia and them were doing down south.
Okay. I have my opinion about them, which is not. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But that's hip hop. Understand?
No. That is hip hop, and EFN did his thing because
legend.
He's a legend. He was doing crazy. But here's the thing: where I have an issue with him is when he was doing this thing, and I know you was on. You did a record with him. You did one record with him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put verses on plenty of things that he did.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. He didn't even have to tell me what it was gonna be. All he had to do was say, "Yo, Side, you got to be at the studio. I set an hour up for you at such and such and such and such." I was gonna be there.
Cause here's the thing with EFN that I was kind of trying to figure out. Cause at that time I started rapping. EFN was mainly dealing with the guys from Little Havana, Hialeah, and stuff like that. I never seen him go across the tracks to deal with guys who were starting to rap in Liberty City and guys who was trying to.
Because they weren't allowing him to. Man, they would they were stiff arming. They were setting. See, understand, because I'm a New Yorker, I see hip hop as blacks and Latins all together, man. We made hip hop together. I don't ever see it separately. I don't know it separate. But in Miami, it was very separate.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand that because I didn't even know what a Cuban was.
Wow. Until you came to Miami.
I didn't even know what a Dominican was. I only knew Puerto Ricans, man. And that was it. But I always knew us all doing hip hop together. I knew it as together. That's it. So I never saw a separation. Trust and believe. I trust and believe. And people from up top, from as we call Dade proper, they was stiff arming. They was believe it. That's my guy. That's my brother. Period.
Okay.
Period.
And
brother.
It's kind of good that you clear it all up, because a lot of people gonna question, like, man, like back then they still doing what they doing now, like they picking and choosing who to work for and who not to work for.
Basically,
because a lot of people in Liberty City are not getting the opportunity like the person in Little Havana.
Nepotism. It's called nepotism. We the only people that don't engage in it.
So even to the point, he got the podcast with Noriega and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Society.
Yes.
He got the podcast with Noriega, and EFN is a legend here, but I just felt like we were just pretty divided when it came to music with him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, he doesn't have to be a legend for you. That could be your truth. Yeah. But I'm just telling you, as a fact, he is a legend.
All right, no, I get it, but listen. Just like a fact, you are a legend to us here. Now here,
you are a legend to us.
You are a legend to us. Now I need you to get into the point where, because there's another question after this. Why you didn't put out a follow album, and what was your transition to the slip and slide era?
I being the intelligent black man that I am.
Yeah.
I looked at my contract, man. I was like, whoa, hold up. You know, and it like Kamal said, man, industry rule number 4080. These record company people is shady. You know what I'm saying? That's that. And this is what I had to learn over the years, that it wasn't Luke's fault. It was, well, it's his fault because he ultimately it's downhill and it's all under his name. It was Joe Weinberger who was putting together these shifty, shady contracts, you know, that were locking in artists for extreme periods of time under ridiculous rates and with ridiculous sidebars and stipulations in the contract. So ultimately, that's how we ended up getting all of the catalog, even from Luke Records.
I heard about that.
From Luke. So Luke don't even own the stuff.
I heard about
Joe
that.
Weinberger does.
Wow.
So he didn't even realize that he was being robbed, that he had stealing for him, you know? And unfortunately, my manager, who was Michael Hopkins, great dude. I love him, man. I love him. But he wasn't a good manager. Great man, but not a good manager.
Yeah.
Because he was divided. He was trying to serve two masters. You know what I'm saying? He was also the 2 Live Crew's manager. So which subsequently will make him Luke's manager.
Yeah.
And you can't be the manager of the artist who you represent, you know, against your boss who pays you. So that was dumb on my part. So, but as I got into it and I get back to, you know, I'm at home and I'm looking through these papers. I'm like, what? This is crazy. So, you know, we had to have a meeting. We had a meeting. He was like, yo, we came to an impasse. And I said, yo, I need to be let off the label. I need to be released. He said no. So that means I had to sit and watch for a while. So I couldn't record. I couldn't do anything until the contract expired. Then the contract expired. And then, you know, he fired a whole bunch of people. He fired Debbie Bennett, who is arguably the biggest legend that never gets talked about in Miami. I'm talking about the backbone of every major project that ever came out in that place, besides like Pitbull's things and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, Debbie is the backbone. Everything was built on her. And then you get these unsungs and all of this stuff about Slip and Slide, and then about the specific artist, you know, about Trick Daddy and Luther Campbell and 2 Live Crew and all these things, and they never mentioned Debbie Z. Bennett. I was like, y'all got to be out of your mind.
Wow.
Out of your damn mind. Got to be crazy.
That's.
But so she was like, right, record label that he's been doing for a while. No success, no traction. He's got an R&B group and another rap group called Trey Plus 6.
I remember Money Mark in them.
Money Mark, my dude. And CEO, my brother.
Yep.
Those my people. I love them, man, deeply. That's all he had in an R&B group. I don't remember the name of the R&B group. And I was like, yo, let's do it. Yeah, I'm down. So because of her genius and her knowing what to do, the backbone of everything, we built Slip and Slide Records, man. We built Slip and Slide. We built that thing, man. And that was it. So what happened is that we built it the way we wanted Luke Records to be. So we made it as a family. Mm-hmm. So in a family supports whatever is doing the best at that time.
Yes.
So Daddy was the artist that was doing it. So everybody's energy went toward making whatever record we were making at that time. So every Trick Daddy record was a we. The whole label was working on it. You know what I'm saying? It was never just him. So that's why he was able to have success after success after success. We all brought our best stuff and our most creative ideas together to make one record for the benefit of the record label. It was socialism at its best.
Wow.
It was hip hop social. And you can see why socialism doesn't work.
Yeah. Never do. Yeah. Never do.
So understand that you're talking to a capitalist right here. Yeah, so
how should artists do business with people like that, or they can never do business with people like that?
Nah, you don't do business with people like that. You make a crew. Listen, number one, love is law and family is business. Can you say that back with me?
Yeah, love is law.
Love is law.
And family is business.
Family is business.
If you cannot do business, if you're not doing business with the people you dealing with, then you guys are not family. They are just relative. They are relative. You just related to them. I just know you. Y'all are acquainted, meaning that y'all got to be getting currency together. You make money. That's the energy that moves this process, this game called life forward. You move nowhere in this thing without money. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, money is king, credit is queen. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So therefore, your relationships or your family have to be about making the best move. The best move is what makes the best use of your time, your energy, and your efforts. And that is getting paid. And I mean that loosely because, paper is worthless. But I'm talking about whatever currency you're using at the moment to move your thing forward. That's your family. And those are the people you should commiserate with all the time. And only them. Only them. Those other people, you just know them. You can say what up. You can holler. You can like one of their posts every now and again. I shouldn't see you spending no time with them.
No, you're right about that. Now let me ask you. So you was there from based on a true story to what end?
To I think the last thing we did was Slip and Slide All Stars. No. Thugs Are Us.
Now, mind you, you was on one of the most iconic songs, which is much relevant today because your rhymes is. So you know what song I'm about to get in?
Nah, you know what song I was on? I was on Take It to the House. But they cut me out of it.
Oh, you was on Take It to the House?
Yo,
Take It to the House.
Listen, let me tell you this. Like a couple weeks before, I think I had put in these papers for me to listen, I need to be off this record label, man. I need to be free. I can't be on a record label anymore. This is crazy. I feel like a stupid slave, man. I can't be on nobody's record label. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Love all y'all. But I can't be on nobody's record label. Yo, Touche proceeded to remove me. He tried to erase me from history. He took me off of everything. We had an album called Slip and Slide All Stars. I had 2 solo songs on the album. He took me off that, right? He took me off those. And then America started getting traction. So he left me on that.
Yep, that's the record I'm talking about.
But they took me off. Take it to the House, because don't forget, in the beginning of the video, I start the video off.
Yeah,
I'm in the beginning of the video, and then when the basketball getting ready to be passed to me, they sitting in the chair and we all spinning the ball on our finger.
I remember. Yep.
Yo, look, they cut me off, and the scene stops right here.
Oh my God!
And it don't go any further.
Wow.
So you only see me running out in the beginning. I run through the paper. Boom! Like, yeah, they cut all my parts out, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yo, and listen, I have to think that was like one of my favorite verses. I think it was gonna be big, but they cut it off, man. They cut me off, man. I think I said something like I was a shooting guard for the Heat and not guard, the shooting God, the shooting guard for the Heat, and I was saying all kind of crazy off the wall stuff that was gonna come up like 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? I was early. I was talking about it was crazy. It was crazy. I couldn't believe they cut me off. And I was like, so that's what happened. It ended up, so everything that was supposed to be my album called Godflesh was going to be the name of the album. That was, America, Living in a World.
Oh, that's another hot record too.
Yeah,
in the world, the thugs don't live that long.
Yeah. Never confuse love and lust.
Yeah. Spit that venomous, yeah.
You killing that thing, boy.
It's either them or us. Ash to ashes, cell of dust. I go to war for the peace. Ignore the police, and I still believe that it's the East that represented, and all my niggas down south keep it weed scented.
I'm asking classic joint, but now America now, you see what we're going through, and even the video. We talking about a record that's 20 years old that still is as relevant as today. Now what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Talk about a record that's 25 years old.
Oh, you see? Excuse me.
I already had that was already my joint from 5 years before that.
So was Trick into that mindset, or that was all you? Because a lot of us was kind of like, you know what I mean? Because his whole album was strictly about thugging, and then he would throw us off with Living in This World, America, and you know what I'm saying, the joints that you was on, and
those were things that were my records to begin with. But listen, don't short TDD at all.
Yeah.
Legend.
No, facts.
Very, very intelligent. Facts. See, people mistake indoctrination for intelligence. Mm-hmm. So when people have a whole lot of degrees and they can tell you that I have a BS degree, and I'm gonna tell you that I do have a BS degree. It's a bullshit degree, but I have one. So I can tell people, don't ever take your ass to college, man.
Oh, wow.
It's a waste of your money and your time. And if you're going to go, make sure you pay for it, and don't you ever take out a loan to go to college. Don't do it.
Preach.
Don't.
He's preaching, boy.
But anyway, listen, Maurice Young is an incredibly intelligent young man. You know what I'm saying? Believe you me. So trust and believe. There was nothing that I was saying or that he said that he didn't say on his own or get to that understanding on his own. We just happened to have that type, that kind of rapport together, and we did those kind of records together. But what he was bringing was his own vibe. That's what he was coming with already. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? So trust and believe. Yeah. Very intelligent. So, very underrated. He's that's another level.
So
and that's another story for a whole nother time.
So what is your relationship with your former label mates? And I'm talking about from past to present. Because you was around a lot of legends here in Miami, and we would just, figure like even like Anquiette. You remember Anquiette?
Yeah. She was beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at the way he described her. The way he said that, man, he had me thinking, like, how beautiful was she? You know what I'm saying?
No, they were bad, boy. They were bad.
Yo, I haven't seen her since the early 90s, man. I probably say 93 was the last time I saw her, man. And even... Yo, you know who I was really good with for a long time, man? Me and DJ Toomp. DJ Toomp was good.
Oh, wow, from Atlanta?
Yeah, DJ Toomp. He was Luke's DJ for a while.
You see, I didn't even know that.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was producing. Me and Mike Fresh were really, that was like one of my closest dudes. And you remember Clay D?
I remember that name.
Beatmaster Clay D. Yeah, him, Mike Fresh and Devastator taught me how to use an SP1200.
Oh, wow.
And so I went on to produce all of the, I was making all of the Griff stuff and everything else. But because they were teaching me how to use that machine, you know what I'm saying? And use all the Kai equipment and everything else, man. And respects to all of them, but Mike Fresh and Clay D and all of those people like that, the old school dudes, they were the old school heads when I was starting, you know what I'm saying? But they gave me the game, you know what I'm saying? They gave it. I didn't have to pay dues for it. They did like older brothers and and all the uncles and pops supposed to do. They're supposed to give you the game.
Yeah.
They give you the game to go with. The game is to be told. Now, what you do with the game is to be sold, not the game. People always try to sell the game, and you don't realize that nowadays you are the bag. What you make is not the bag. You are the bag.
I'm not gonna lie, society. Say that one more time because I wanna soak that in like a sponge. Say that one more time.
Yo, trust and believe this. You are the bag. We're in the age where attention is the new currency.
Yep.
It's not money. Money is not the currency. Attention is the currency. So you are paid. You will get paid because people pay attention to whatever you are doing. So that means attention is the goal. That's what you're trying to get. So because you can garner attention, that means you can set whatever wage you're supposed to get, whatever you choose that you want to be paid for your talent, ability, or whatever it is that you do, or lack of talent. It really doesn't require anything, but it requires that people pay attention to you. That's what you sell. That is what you sell. That's what it's about, man. But they gave up the game. They taught me how to use these drum machines and do these other things. So therefore, I was able to go in the studio, do a project after the entire thing fell apart, man. The Griff stuff fell apart.
Wow.
There was nothing left. The only thing that was left for me to do was to pack up my stuff, get on a plane, and go back to New York, man. Damn. That's all there was left to do. So Luke said, yo, go to the studio. I was like, yes, I'm going to the studio, and I'm going to make something. I don't know whether it's going to be hot. I don't know whatever it is, but it's going to be honest. It's going to be sincere, and it's going to be whatever I feel at the time. So every day we made a record, man. We went to the studio and we made a record.
That's beautiful.
We didn't go with, we went there. We began working when we got there. And that was it.
Wow.
So do you still talk to anybody else still today from that time?
I talked to CO probably like 2 weeks ago. He was recovering from COVID. So I called him on him to see how he was doing. That's, again, beautiful human being, man. Love them brothers, man. Him, and I haven't talked to Money Mark in a while. I think he's still in the ATL, but that's my man, 50 grand. We say 50 grand pots and pans.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a, true, real people, man. Real people. Definitely 100.
What about Trick and Trina? And
listen, they my peoples. I have their numbers. They have mine. Every now and again, Trina will need something, so she'll reach out. She'll have a manager call me and stuff like that. And I always tell her, I was like, listen, Katrina, stop playing and call me. So then she'll break down and be like, I'm sorry, sir. But it's they're few and far between. But it has nothing to do with the fact that there isn't love. There's love, man. We did a lot of things together. I love all those people, man. Every last one of them. Socks and Al and all of them, man. Especially go ahead.
What about Lost Tribe? You remember Lost Tribe?
My dudes, man. Man, I really miss them. Listen, if you can find Stick's number or any way to contact Stick, man.
I'll get that for you. You talking about the red one, the tall one?
Nah, he wasn't red. He got the locks. There wasn't no red ones, man. And what are you talking about?
Because it was 3 of them. One of them was the tallest one. Yeah. You know how that?
The tallest one. Nah, he died a long time ago.
What? You talk?
Yeah, he died a while ago.
Is it true? Was he related to somebody famous? I heard he was like somebody's famous cousin.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I'm not sure, but they were real. They were some of the shorties who were in the Pac Jam that day that I got back often. They were some of the first that I met. Yo, Stick came right up to me and was like, yo. I was like, yo, what, man?
I'll definitely
like,
get that contact for you because I see the short, the short little dark skin one.
Case.
I see him all the time. But
please get him too, man. Get his math, man.
No,
give him. No matter of fact, give him my number.
I will. I definitely will give him your number and I also want to interview him too because he lives. You know what I mean? I didn't approach him yet because I wanted to talk to you first before anybody.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
you talking about those are the they're gonna give you game, man. They're gonna give you the game because they learned the game from the experience. They got done dirty.
Right.
They got done really dirty, but they were some real talented young men. You know, and you hear their style all over the place.
You do. And you see, there was Lost Tribe was something different when they came onto the scene, especially when Boy came out. That track when and I was like, I was like, wow.
Boy. Yeah.
Touch me, boy.
Whoop, whoop, pull over that ass too fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they got done dirt. They got done dirty because if you don't know the understanding,
that's.
Wow.
So let Stick know that I'm trying to.
I definitely let him know. You know, it's never been a rumor here that they always say Touche was a bad businessman.
Listen. He sold our publishing to Warner Chappell for $10 million.
Wow.
He kept it all.
And got out of town.
All of our publishing. No. He stayed in town like a real gangster.
Yeah.
He stayed right where he was. He stayed right where he was to run.
Because you remember, the label used to be there right on 441 and 183rd. Am I correct?
Yeah, we were on 183rd. That was 99 Miami Gardens Drive.
Yeah, hey, when I was like 19, I was 18. I went in there and brought my demo in there.
Yeah.
I
be outside. Could have did something.
You see, and it's crazy.
Once you got inside, that was a problem.
It was a problem. The thing is, because my dream was to get signed to Slip and Slide. That was my biggest dream. I want to be signed to Slip. I want to be with Society and them boys. And this is what I used to tell everybody on the block. I said, yo, I'm going to be hot like them boys because I'm trying to tell you, your music, all y'all music affected us in so way where, like, y'all set the tone of what the style was in Florida.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's real.
I'm glad it had that effect because that's what art should always do that.
Basically, and you know what I'm saying? And the thing I want to get out, and these are like my thing is like, I started this project because I wanted to give the flowers to people that don't really get talked about, and you was one of them because I didn't understand for some reason because, they talk about Trick, Trina, and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, they're cool. But the era that I watched growing up was y'all. Debonair, Drugs, Madball, Uzi, Ancreette, X-Con, First Platoon. Like, I can go name Dirtbag. So when I was like,
Joe
Vicious James. Yeah. So I know what I'm talking about. So it's like,
yeah.
So it just kind of was funny in my stomach, and it was. Don't get me wrong, Deuce Poppy is still around because he's with Rick Ross. You feel me?
Oh, word. That's beautiful. I'm glad.
Because he changed his name. He calls himself Whole Slab now. But I wanted to give y'all, huh?
I like that better.
Yeah, Whole Slab. But
listen. I'm telling you, legends. All of them people, man.
Yeah.
All them people. What Gunplay? Everybody.
You see, he's another one. But my main idea with this project was I wanted to give y'all flowers because y'all don't get talked about. Y'all never get mentioned. And this is why and this is what kind of confused me. And this is why I was saying, like, even when I look for your music, the album is on there, but it's like I see other people with your name on there, and I'm like, you remember when I say, you remember it's some white boys with some name with your name on there.
For sure. All of these are because of legal things throughout the years. And listen and understand this, because I never started wanting to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fight for it the way, because I didn't care about it the way other people did.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't my dream. It wasn't my thing. I was just doing it because it was there. But because of integrity, I'm still going to try to do it to my best. But I had to learn the business as I went along. And I made sure I teach other people the business, the stuff that I learned. You know what I'm saying? But don't think that I knew it in the process. I learned it because of the process. That's what it was about. So that's why I'm talking about, listen, always give the game that you have so that somebody else doesn't have to go through the same things, you know, that you had to go through. And that's all that's about, man. That's all it's about. But trust and believe. You know, I still get those mechanical royalty checks from all over the world because the stuff still gets used, and the facts still matter. So I still get take it to the house things. I still get America things, you know, and yes, indeed, things from China and Japan and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You get that stuff. And like I said, I'm in the process of suing Spotify right now because I've yet to this day got paid for like streams and streams and streams and streams of all kind of stuff that I just don't. It's like, come on, man, pay me, dude. Stop playing. Give me my stuff or remove it off your platform that I never gave you permission for it to be on the platform anyway. You know, all that came from, again, Joe Weinberger, Little Joe Records.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? All of that was his doing, man. All of this, the Joe Weinberger has to be, if you were looking for the single figure, the pin, that was the linchpin for the undoing of the golden era of Miami hip hop and rap. Yeah, trust and believe to anybody that might be watching, listening, or anybody socioeconomic way. I mean this only in a music way. He is the Hitler of hip hop, of Miami hip hop, for sure. He destroyed it. He destroyed the golden era of it from the paperwork on out. So the art was destroyed by the paperwork. So luckily, you know, even listen, because of paperwork and record deals, we almost didn't have a Rick Ross, man. You know what I'm saying? He had to get off of he had to get away from Jay Prince and all of them first to finally get to Slip and Slide, to finally get to
Tony Draper.
To Jam. Yeah. He went from one slave plantation to another. That's all he was doing over and over and over again. And they was all trying to crush the man's art, man.
Wow.
And listen, that you got to mention, we forgot Buddy Rowe, man. Make sure you say Buddy Rowe.
Oh, my God.
Buddy Rowe.
Gotta live my life.
Once a week, it should come off somebody's mouth. Buddy Rowe. Buddy
Lord
Rowe.
knows
Buddy
they ain't
Rowe.
living like smoking out every day at night.
Buddy Rowe.
Yeah. Yo, so he's still in prison, ain't he?
He could possibly. He should be out by now. But what the hell are you going to do, man? What you going to do after that? 25 years in it, you know?
I'm talking about he had the hardest verses on the records, boy.
Yo, right after we did this joint called Snowing in Miami that I produced with, I had Lil Jamal came in. Remember Lil Jamal from, oh man, I forgot the group. Marley G, man, Lil Jamal.
Oh my God, yeah.
From the Youngsters.
Yeah,
you remember the Youngsters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Jamal, you saying legends.
Yeah, I had Lil Jamal come in, and I had Latasha Scott from Escape singing on the joint. So but yeah, I think like a week after that, like a couple days after that, he got locked up, and to never be seen again.
And what did he get locked up for?
Never saw him again.
Because you know the rumor said it was keys.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you know. He was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? He was just narrating his own story. He was giving the play-by-play of his own life. You know,
arguably, the biggest argument that used to go down in Miami that a lot of people say Buddy Rowe was a way better rapper than Trick.
They're different. Trick is a stylist. Trick was stylish. He got a swag. He has a charisma that's not matched by many people. You know what I'm saying? And I think will never be matched. And that's what makes people special. It is, you could say the same thing, but he's going to say the same thing better. It is just how he says it.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let me give you an example. Yeah. The single was supposed to be Living in a World, right?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the single. We went, I got to the office. It was like, yo, Touche was like, yo, stop, Living Single gonna be the single. So go make the artwork and the packaging for that. And then I was like, whoa, hold up. Nah, nigga gotta do that gotta be the single. He's like, nah, that's too dirty, man. People not gonna, they not gonna accept that. How we gonna get that played and da-da-da? I said, nah, you worrying about the wrong things. Worry about what the best art is at the moment. And then you allow the people who feel and think and see art the way you do to come to it. You don't take your art to the people. Allow the people to come to your art, not the other way around. And he was like, okay. So we made, we called it Nan, because you couldn't say Nan, nigga, on the cover, on the packaging. And then we put Living in the World on the flip side. We put Living in the World on the flip side of it. What I'm saying is that it was how he said what he said. Whenever Trick said them, come on, man.
Yeah, he did.
Stop playing.
Yeah, he did.
Stop playing. And that's how I knew Rick Ross was going to be what Rick Ross is. Because how he said the very things that other people say all day, every day. But when he says it, it sounded different. It sounded special. Yeah. It sounded unique. That's that thing, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's the intangible. It's the unteachable. It's the unpurchasable. It's the unfuckwittable. You know what I'm saying? It's the magical shit that makes things go. That's what it's about. That's what makes music special. That's why people attract to whatever they attract to. It's like a magnet. It is what it is. You don't give them a choice. It's not a choice in the matter. You love what you love. You like what you like. You feel what is real. You know what I'm saying? It just gets in you. You know what I'm saying? Like Keith Murray used to say, hey, man, he said, you know, the most beautifulest things in this world is just like that. I get in you. I get in you. And that's what it is. That's what it's about. And you can tell immediately whether a thing has that or it doesn't, because you feel it. You don't do it with your mind. You don't do it. You don't think through a record. You listen through it. And it goes in your ears and through your heart chakra and then to your brain.
Yep.
And that's how you know that that's right. Your guts tell you whether something is hot or it is not, man. That's it, period. Just like when Juvenile came out with oh, you talking about them people, huh? You think you want them there, huh? Is that them there, huh? I was like, yo, that was the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. I said, I love that. That is so hip hop. That's so hip hop.
Very, very hip hop. Now, my last question is this. It's two parts, and we're going to hit it with this, because you know we've been riding out for a little minute. Now, do you ever see?
Let me tell you this other thing. I got to tell you one more thing.
Yeah.
You said we've been riding out for the minute. No, listen, when the people that tell you time is money, it's not, man. Time is an element. Time is not, and it's not an illusion. It's an element. And the elements that you use, you put time with your energy and your effort and your intention is what makes the creation that whatever you're making.
Ooh,
time
powerful.
is not
Powerful.
Time is an element. Piece to these things. That's why I'm telling you, family is business. Use your time wisely and make sure it's married to your intention. And that's when you will understand that you are the bag. I'm sorry, I had to give you that. Sorry, that's
no, I appreciate that.
Don't owe nothing for that.
So this is my last question, and then I'm gonna bring it to Ron so we can wrap up. Now,
no problem.
When was the last time you say I'm done with this, and you know what I mean, you went home, and then the next question is, do you ever see yourself getting back into music and putting out projects?
Oh, shoot, it's the mob, man. You ain't ever out of music. You can't ever get out of this. You can't get out of it. It's because you've made things that will always exist. They don't ever go away. So you can't unring the bell, man.
but as far as like new projects, like just with you, because you know we don't we don't hear we don't have no other music from you.
Oh man, listen, I've been on this mountain now 40 days and 40 nights. I done touched every pleasure. I chop hot shit and dropped it in every measure. I put my spirit in it. It's like baptism without the water. You know, when my dust go back to dust, I'm prepared for the slaughter. I prayed to God, did it all 7 deadly twice. Young Solomon with just one wife. Shit. Fuck following, you get just one life. So you got to do it all. You just keep doing it until it ends. It doesn't end. People think, you know, birth is even this thing, but people think on it. You just move on to another level, in another position, in another frequency. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand, like right now, we just shifted into a whole nother frequency right now. This pandemic and everything that happened was only ushered in to make sure we moved into another frequency. So things might look the way that they were, but they will never be what they were, ever again. You're in a new time and a new day, and you're in a unique position because you're from the old day and the new day all at one time. So you can use your knowledge of the past to affect how you move forward in the future. It's brilliant. Yo, you should be able to capitalize off all of this. That's why you're doing a podcast. That's why you're doing these things that you're doing right now. So of course, music will be done. It will be done. It's important. It's important. It has to be done. It's got to be done. But you know, it was 2007, man. I had to leave. Me and this dude named Matthew Fredericks and Alex Axert, we had a record label called Hard White Entertainment. And what we were doing, we would public placement. So we had a record label that we were selling shares.
Oh wow!
I was doing this long before the record labels were doing it. So we were raising money. We had an artist called, you remember Luke Duke from what was the name of the group? Remember they had that record? Damn.
You saw my Icons?
Record? It was Icons. He was with Icons. Remember Luke Duke?
I remember him.
Luke Duke was our Luke Duke was our artist on Hard White Entertainment, man.
Wow.
We was raising millions to put his projects out, man.
Wow.
But you know, unfortunately, our partners, they started buying pre-construction, everything, because you know it was the boom of pre-construction in Miami. Man, Everything was going up everywhere. Listen, we had a top floor in damn near every fucking building going up, man. Seriously, it was crazy. And we had a little office on South Beach, and we had a little office there in Aventura, man. And all we did was go to the mailbox and collect checks every goddamn day. And Luke Duke was the artist, man. And we were pushing that out, pumping out our books, hitting these white folks throughout the country for checks, man, to be part of a culture that they can't understand, but they knew was making money.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the feds came, the SEC, we had some SEC violations, and they came and they were at the guard gate. They were at my house. And as I was pulling in, the dude at the guard gate was like, so yo, listen, I backed up. I drove to Fort Lauderdale Airport. I parked in the long-term parking, and I got on the next flight to New York, man, back to New York, and I landed at LaGuardia with my rolling bag that we just got back from a Trick Daddy show with a slip and slide show. I just got back from that, and that's all I had. I left everything else right there. And I never went back since. Ain't go back to the house, didn't go back to nothing. And that was it. My other two partners, one did 5 years. The other one did 4 years.
Wow.
But they had never seen me. They only had my signature on things. So when they saw my name, they figured I was a white Jewish guy like the rest of them. You know, like the two Jewish guys that I was running this company with.
Yeah.
So they couldn't ID my face. So when they was like, well, who's the guy? Who's the third guy? They was like, well, no, it's not that black guy. Definitely not him. But I'm the one whose signature's on everything. So they couldn't tie me to anything. So I was officially left Miami, man. That was it. I was unceremoniously ousted from the city of Miami.
Wow.
And that was it. Never to return until, you know, that one time to come back for the graduation and to do that Pac Jam reunion and to get arrested. To damn sure not come back again after that.
Wow.
I was like, yo, y'all can have this fucking place, man. You can keep this. You can keep this shit. That's just gonna fall into the ocean. It's gonna be in the ocean in about 10 years.
Yeah.
Man, y'all better make an exit strategy and get the hell out of there, man.
Oh no, we working on it.
No, we're working on it. We already working on it. Like you say, family is supposed to be business.
Yeah, like Harriet said, go north, man. Make your way north. Follow the North Star.
Mm-hmm.
Go that way. Yeah, like the Migos said, where you from? That way, up north. Yeah, man, go that way. That's it. But yeah, definitely making music. Always making music, man. It's never gonna stop.
All right.
Always.
I'd love to hear that. Ron, you got a question?
Now, no, I don't really have a question because I know we're about to close. But it's just an honor just to have society on. Not only that, but I feel like this episode is better than the Breakfast Club. I learned so much out of this man's mouth today.
I'm
like,
asking
it's just an honor. Like
you just gave us a history on Miami.
Yeah, he did. Like he went in on Miami, like stuff I never knew, especially because I'm a young buck, so I never knew.
Yeah.
I know Hakeem, you know more than I do, but it's just the way he speaks with so much power, so much emphasis, and for us to come together and make money together is something you always preach to us, Hakeem.
I always preach that. I say together. I say, well, you know what I mean, and that's the issue with a lot of us as black men. We don't come together and make money. And I was like, yo, that has to change. You know what I mean?
Change.
You know, it has to change. But the thing is, you told me something that shocked the hell out of me as far as that the whole public enemy connection is the reason why we got you down here.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. Professor Griff. That's it. You know, we listen. We've had our fallouts and everything like brothers do. But you know, I will always love them and like all the people that I love, I would take a bullet for them and I'll go down with a smile on my face.
Wow,
and that's family is business.
Definitely.
Love is law. Love is law.
Love is. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna close out with that, man. Yo, society, I really appreciate you taking your time out to spend with us, man. Because it's like you might not believe this, but you're Jay-Z to a lot of people here. You know that?
Yeah.
No, you see, you see, stop it. No, I'm trying to tell you, like, in high school with us and a bunch of the Hispanic, because you know a lot of Hispanic guys rock with you here, and because you know a lot of Hispanic here was up on here.
And I rock with all of them, and I rock with my Zoes.
Oh yeah, they rock with you too. But when they talk about the
Macazo, Macazo, yo, my brothers, DJ Raw, Legend.
Oh, he recently just got out.
Legends.
Yeah.
Who got out?
Raw recently just got out a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Legends.
Yeah. Hood, I think Hoodstock. Yeah.
Legend.
But you're on a lot of people's top 10 list down here.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I'm talking about when they say even when they say there was like, yo, Society's record was underrated. We always used to say that, like, yo, your bars were so crazy. We still was wondering, like, yo, why this dude is not, like, he's famous here. He should have been, like, super famous everywhere. I'm talking about from every bar we used to hit. We was, like, wondering when you was going to come out with an album. That used to bother me all the time when I started rapping. And I was like, yo, nobody don't know where Society's at. And it was like, to hear you telling me all of this is like, it's like a blessing in disguise.
Yo, so this is what you do. You go to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And then you put in Slip and Slide All Stars.
Yeah.
And then put in Many Dumb Run. And then the other one is I think it's Last Poet with a Z. Those are two records that were on those albums that they just banished. They just took them off altogether. So I'm pretty sure you've never heard them before.
I've never heard them before, and I'm definitely gonna look for them after this.
Yeah. And then and then put in 7th Octave. It's the number 7 TH octave, and then put in what's the name of the damn thing? It's me and Lord Mecca. It's me and Mecca. It's me and Grimaud. Oh, make sure you listen to that We Them Zoes joint too, man.
We Them Zoes.
Oh, We Them Zoes. You on that record?
No. But that's Mecca and them. Anywhere that Mecca and Mighty Buddha is at, I'm on it. Because those are my brothers. Anywhere they are. And that's DJ Epps.
DJ Epps, because I definitely want to interview Zopound, because, you know, Little Haiti Stories, that was a big album back then. Yeah.
So listen, well then just make sure you get to Ep and then have Ep set everything up, or matter of fact, go get Booger.
Okay.
Go get Booger the governor.
Okay.
Legend.
Definitely.
Legend. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have so many legendary people that did so much.
And we want to talk to every one of them. I don't want nobody to get left out, because I want people to hear this story 30 years from now when we're gone.
Yeah. But you need to talk to those people, and you gotta talk. You gotta have EFN on, man. You gotta have.
I would hit him up.
Bridge those gaps.
I would hit him up.
Important, man. It's really important. It's really important because these legendary people, they got game to drip on you, man. They got game.
I would definitely talk to him. You know what I mean? But
it's yours.
Yeah.
Get it.
So definitely, man. So I want to just say, man, society, we love you, man. And you know, this is Chaos Culture Radio, and we out.
Chaos Culture Radio, love you.
We out.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.